Happy Monday, everybody. Robbie Page here. I wanted to come to you for a variety of reasons today. Obviously, I love the fact that Advocare is what we do for a living because I know, today in Texas, everything has shut down because we got blanketed with ice last night and the high is 22 today, but the Texas sunshine is just still beautiful. But I got to thinking about a lot of you guys, and I got to thinking, how does the ice relate to Charleston? And here's really how it relates is a bigger vision and really realizing that, sometimes we got to fight for things like Charleston, fight for things this pay period, so that the next ice storm, you're not trying to figure out where to put your kids for the day. Because I know this ice storm, if you're a working mom and dad, this ice storm is not fun for you. But really, you're just a decision away from being part of an ice storm and an incredible time with your family. And so I just really thought, okay, I really want to just train you guys up for just a minute. I know it's Monday, tomorrow's the close of the pay period, which means you have one more day for Charleston. And really, what does that look like? Because let's be honest, some of you have thrown in the towel. I don't ever understand throwing in the towel because champions are made in the fourth quarter. That's when you win things, is in the fourth quarter. You just finished watching the Olympics. It was always amazing to me. It wasn't the guy that went straight out of the gate that won all the time. It was the one that had strategic planning, just like we talked on the call last night. Strategic planning on how to maintain a victory in the final lap. And I loved watching that. And one of the most intriguing things I would watch, I would rewind the race and I wanted to see the last lap because everything was thought through and everything was decided. And they didn't decide they were in third and fourth place in the first three laps that they were out. They were strategically planning the final lap. And so I want to ask you, are you already out in the final lap, or are you strategically planning how today it's 4:13? How are you going to finish the final lap? Girls, don't give up. Guys, don't give up for your wives. That is crazy. And I can tell you, I started thinking about Charleston today, and when we first got started, Diane McDaniel ran a Portland Beach trip incentive, and it was a top 10, the top 10 volume numbers were what she promoted the whole entire time. And then just like Charleston, she took the numbers down in the last pay period. And it was for the top producer, one spot, the top producer in her entire non-diamond legs, which at that time, we were brand new. I think we were maybe 3-star gold. I don't even remember if we were even 3-star gold. But my point is that it was for the top one producer in her whole entire organization. Now, for starters, let me compare it to Charleston. There's at least 3 spots for you to win. Now, here's what happened in that race was the last pay period, she took the numbers down, but the Tuesday night of that close before the last pay period, she posted the numbers in the top 10. And let me tell you girls something, my name wasn't even on the top 10. I was nowhere in the top 10 in the entire organization for even winning. And I can tell you, I looked at that list and I called my 2 girls that were in the top 5. And I said, do you have intentions on going? I want to help you win this race. And both of them said, I have no intentions on going. I actually didn't even know I was in the running for this because they actually had a large group underneath them that was actually doing most of the work. And we all understand that. So they weren't going, even if they won. Once I knew that from them, and I knew that I wasn't even in the top 10, that beginning of that pay period, I had 2 weeks to win this entire incentive. 2 weeks. I wasn't even in the top 10 of all her people. Hear me. I won. 2 weeks later, I came in first place and I took the trip by storm. And to this day, people joke me and say, I still don't know where you came from to win the incentive. You weren't even on the charts. And I said, it's a decided heart. It was a mindset for me and Brian couples that I wasn't going to get left behind. It just wasn't going to happen. If I had to forfeit my place for my team, I would have let them win the trip, but they had no intentions. I was going to win. And I want to ask you, how many of you are not even in the top standings yet and you've thrown in the towel, or you're thinking, oh no, I will get on the board and I will win Charleston. Now, you can say, well, good for you, Robbie. But you know what? Decisions like that is why we're diamond today. Decisions like that is why we're making $65,000 a month today. And I just want to be honest with you when it comes to that, because I don't want to lead you to believe that just giving up on things you want and starting to settle for and starting to decide, oh, well, next time, next trip, next spring, because things like that don't happen. Let's just be honest. If you quit on the first round, you're going to quit on the second round, you're going to quit on the third round, because quitting comes easy for you at that point. So I wanted to tell you that story because I went back in my mind today about that trip. That is where I met Deanne Stevens, who I actually got to spend some time with at the Diamond Dinner, and we just chat. I said, that was the beginning for me, Deanne. You don't understand. And she said, I remember you came from Texas. You were the Texas girl with Diane, and nobody knew who you were. And here you were on this trip, and you spoke life over us, and we got to know you. And it was no surprise to us that you guys went diamond because Diane told us that story. And so, it's there where I met Jenny Donnelly. And I think Jenny was maybe diamond at that point. That's where I met Danette Tallis. They're diamonds today. Where I met Melanie Garner, they're diamonds today. There's so many people. Tiffany Cummings. Actually, I just thought about that. Tiffany Cummings was a brand new 3-star gold at that trip as well. And is today, her and her husband are diamonds. So why do I say that to you? Because diamonds win trips. People with decided hearts go diamond, and diamonds have won trips. We don't just surrender in the final lap. We make it happen, because when you're going for a pin, when you're qualifying for your pin and you're pinning that pin, it's the final lap. Everything that you do for a victory in your life is the final lap. We have babies, girls. It's about the final lap. Let's be honest. We can be pregnant for 9 months, but we go into labor. Boy, howdy, it's the final lap. So I want to ask you today, have you thrown in the towel? I don't understand it. I don't understand it as your leader. I'm just going to be honest with you. I really hope you haven't thrown in the towel. I hope you haven't decided in your mind that losing is okay for you, because that's not the mindset of a champion. And we brew champions here in Advocare, and we build champions in Advocare. And so it's one thing if you never got started. But it's another thing if you've gotten started and you've surrendered. That's a whole nother ballpark. So that's my trading on that today. But how do we win Charleston in the final lap? It comes to 3 things. Belief. You got to continue to tell yourself that you're going to be in Charleston and that you're going to do whatever it takes to win it. It's belief. You either believe that you're going to be in Charleston or you don't. And that's something that you have to decide for yourself. It's about people. We still have to go move products in the marketplace. Picking up the phone. Now's the perfect time for that chicken list. I dare you to get on your chicken list. I dare you to make 50 phone calls today and 50 phone calls tomorrow, and tell me that if you know how to package your story and you know how to cast massive vision, and you're not gonna sit there and say 24-day challenge or nothing, that you are really gonna go out there and move some products and watch what will happen to your volume. And then it's about products. What products are you out in the marketplace moving? What are you willing to do to get products movement? Because where products go, business flows. We're a product-driven company, and you're one sale away from anything that you want. And then finish. You have until tomorrow night at midnight your time to finish. Finish what this means to you. Finish for your wife if you're a man. Finish as the wife if you're a mama, because you deserve to be in Charleston. And finish because you said you were. Because like Success School this weekend, with Leadership School, with all the silver pins and above, be who you say you are. And if you said you were going to win it, go win it and watch what happens as a result of that. And, I was looking through pictures of Chicago, and I was just remembering Chicago. And I remember, there's Julie Bryant, who won Chicago. She won Chicago, and she's Ruby today. There's Jan White, who won Chicago, and she's 3-star gold today. You've got Lorraine Gritton, who won Chicago, and she's emerald qualifier today. Really, truly think about those stories. Attach to those stories. See yourself there. Have a big enough vision for yourself, and decide that no way on this earth will we leave this city without you to go to Charleston. So that's my heart for you today. Love you guys. Finish this pay period strong. Do not waste a minute. Do not waste a second. Your destiny, your future, and your December 31st really revolves around this moment right here. So talk to you soon. Bye-bye.